So hello everyone, welcome to this week's YouTube video. I'm taking you out and about with me on my, I say it's my daily walk. I don't do it every day, but I try my best to. Trying to get my 10,000 steps in and just trying to keep moving. And these are good times for me to come out, contemplate and forget about work, although never really happens anyway. What we're going to talk about this week is I've taken you on a little walk with me here, about a 5-10k walk depending on what the mood is, and we're going to talk about AI and the anxiety of AI. These are conversations that I'm getting involved with more and more with my customers at the moment, and it's, you know, when should we be considering AI? How should we be considering AI? Will it impact us in integrated product support? And, you know, I have answers to all of those questions. Now, for those of you who are TDW Plus members, I've already done a tutorial on our website that looks at AI and the impact on those who are working specifically in S1000D and how that's going to work. I'm also going to be talking much more detail about AI and how AI is going to impact us in integrated product support at TDW Live this year. So if you can join us at TDW Live this year, either online or in person, you're going to learn way more about AI. Now, why, as I said, why has this been triggered? One, I'm getting involved with a lot of conversations with my customers around AI, but two, there's an awful lot of fear-mongering, overhyping, and just nonsense out there in terms of AI. So I'm taking you on a little walk with me today where we can talk about this. Now, first and foremost, AI is around us already. AI, we are using it pretty much all day, every day, and often without actually realizing that we're doing it. So things like predictive text in SMSs or indeed emails these days, then suggested friends on things like social networks, or indeed suggested connections on things like LinkedIn. This is all AI driven, and we use it now we accept it around us like it's second nature at the moment. So we also see things like AI in, those of you who don't know, I am a keen amateur photographer. In fact, originally I was going to do this in the local woodland, but I was getting eaten alive by midges, so I binned that. Anyway, when I'm out and about with my cameras, I have apps, AI-based apps on my phone to help me identify songbird or the songs of the birds that are around me. Indeed, also, I have an AI app that helps me identify plant species or fungi species. So, you know, I use AI all the time. And then when I get back to the office after I've taken some photos, AI can be used in all of the editing apps. And, you know, you've only got to look at organizations like For Right or For Wrong, and I'm going to talk about this at TDW Live. For Right or For Wrong, Adobe are going after AI in a very big way, and there's lots of ethical discussions about that, and that's something I'm looking at in a webinar here at TDW shortly. But what about in the work environment? Well, as I've said, trying to draw a comparison to being out on a walk like today, I use AI all the time. Now, I use AI when I'm out walking, predominantly, apart from today when I'm talking to you guys, I'm listening to audiobooks, and I listen to audiobooks on lots of technical subjects, and I always try to draw the comparison between what I'm learning about from those audiobooks into what we do in IPS. And invariably, my best ideas come to me when I'm walking along an old disused railway line like this, and I need to be able to quickly capture my thoughts. So I use an AI app called Otter AI, and Otter AI, I can quickly spew my voice notes into the app, and then if I'm out for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, when I get home, I can interrogate the transcripts. I can say, summarize my thoughts for me, and tell me all of the top key points that I was trying to make in my notes, and it will do a very good job of telling me what I was thinking while I was out on my walk. And then from that, I can actually use the AI to suggest tutorials for me. So I can then say, okay, here are my main points, and then I can ask the AI to say, okay, if I wanted to create some tutorials from this note, what do you suggest? And the AI will do that for me. Now, of course, the reality here is that the AI doesn't always get it right. I still need to have the knowledge and the experience to say, actually, AI, that's a load of old nonsense. And I can either rephrase the question or I can just amend it so that it's something that's more meaningful to the audience, to our community. So that's kind of just a few ways that I'm using AI all of the time, almost daily. Certainly Otter AI for work, and I can take notes. I can wake up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning with an idea, and I have to get it down, otherwise I will forget it. So that's how I'm using AI. How are you using AI? Let me know. Okay, so one of the things that we're all going to have to become aware of is how we can use AI. And AI is going to be, and will continue to evolve to be, a tremendous tool that we're all going to have to develop the skills to learn with and to use. We are not immune to this at TDW. We're already looking at how we can change our training environment for our users to best work in this new world of AI. So for us, we have to accept that AI is going to be a tremendously powerful tool. And almost like I planned it, we're going past new Amazon warehouse here, who are massively into AI. We could choose to ignore AI, and the farmer just happens to be working in the field as I'm walking past. So we could choose to ignore AI, or we can choose to develop the skills to learn how we can use it to its maximum on our IPS projects. Okay, I just had a cyclist go past me there, so I had to stop. You never know if people want to appear in videos or whatever. Anyway, I think one of the things we can agree is AI is and will continue to be a tremendous tool. I use it today in work and in my hobbies, but one of the things that we need to consider when using AI, not only how we're going to use it and how we can use it in a way that actually delivers benefit to our projects, and whether that's in the production or whether it's in the deployment, that's a subject for another day. We have to think about how we control it. And there are lots of discussions out there at government levels right now on how we use AI ethically. Face recognition, tracking what people are doing on certain websites or across purchasing patterns, etc. Are all uses of AI, and we can argue that they're good or bad. And But we need to think about how we can control AI ethically, and we put the necessary guidelines in for a project. And at TDW Live this year, I'm going to give some examples of how AI has been caught or been found to be used by some organisations in an unethical way. So on IPS projects in the future, not only are we going to talk about how we're going to use specifications or certain specifications, we are going to be talking about how we will use AI. And for me, there's a bunch of ethical questions around that. And there are questions around data ownership, and there are questions around the results of any analysis or product feedback. Who does that belong to? And these are all questions that I'm going to answer here at TDW. So AI, whilst it's a powerful tool, is also, and it can be used for the good, it can also be used for tremendous bad. And we need to be sure that we use it in the right ethical way on our projects. So one of the things I want you to take away from this short kind of mulling, and hopefully you've enjoyed being out on this little autumn walk with me here. I don't know, let's say TDW trails, let's call it that. So is that AI is going to be a tremendous tool. It's a tool in our toolbox, a tool of many tools that we are going to be able to use. And whether we're going to be using it for data capture, data cleaning, or whether we're going to use it for feedback, analytics, or indeed predictive and generative text creation of things like technical manuals, or analysing previous project performance and using that to feed into how our projects are going to perform in the future, or how we want our projects to perform in the future. It is a tool. It's a tool that we're going to need to control, and it's not going to replace us. This is why on my AI and S1000D for technical authors that I did recently on TDW Plus, we looked at the dangers of AI and the impact of becoming over-reliant on AI. And if we're not careful, already dying skills will continue to die out, and we will become too reliant on AI. We will put lots of trust in AI, and actually it will become a tool that then is useless and is giving sporadic or nonsensical responses. I gave an example recently, I don't know whether I did it on YouTube here or not, where I asked AI to summarise a specification for me, and it did a good job. However, because I already have the knowledge, I could listen to the long tail tits. I could see where it was wrong. That's where we need to still maintain our skills. We still need to maintain our knowledge, because we need to be able to verify and validate what AI is saying to us. We can't just accept that what it's saying is correct. And this is why we will still need you. We will still need subject matter experts. We will still need product experts. We will still need people that can validate and verify what the AI is saying. As I said, I use AI all the time when I'm out walking along this old railway line, and I use it to summarize my thoughts. It's a tool I use where in the old days I would have put something down in my Evernote and then gone back and read it and then tried to extrapolate information from that. I can use AI to do it much, much quicker. So AI is a tool in our toolbox. It's not a replacement for us in IPS, in my view. Okay, so let's try and summarize this a little bit here. I'm on my way back in towards home, so let me know if you enjoyed this, you enjoyed joining my favourite time of year, autumn, being out and about when the colours are changing and the smells. AI is not going to replace that, not in my lifetime. So maybe some of you youngsters out there, you may have some more of these AI-driven virtual environments, but not in my lifetime. Anyway, stop that nonsense. What's the key takeaway from this little rambling is that, I'm spending time with customers now looking at the impact of AI and how should we be considering the use of AI. And of course, naturally from that, there's a lot of anxiety-led discussions. Am I going to be replaced? And, we are going to be impacted, but as I've said already, we need to have the controls over it. And part of those controls in our domain, looking just purely at IPS, is going to be how we ethically wrap around AI, how we can use it, how we can trust it, and how we can validate and verify how we use it. So if you want to learn more about the use of AI in integrated product support, at TDW Live this year, I'm doing a 4-hour presentation on how AI is going to impact what we do and how we can use it correctly in the S-Series, in integrated product support, and how that all works. So if you can get along to that, it'd be great to see you there. In fact, I think we might have sold out day one, so I might be speaking out of turn. But we do have online tickets available. So if you want to come along online, join that, and I'll put the links down below. Let me know how you're using AI and what you're doing with AI. And if you're frightened, worried, anxious, excited about AI, let me know. And let me know if you liked this kind of format, something slightly different, something out and about. I am thinking about doing a couple of these tutorials on a motorbike ride. I'll take my motorbike out. We've got some good weather forecast, I think. So anyway, those are my thoughts on AI. Share with me. What are yours? Take care.